Good evening and welcome, fans, to another El Segundo television sports presentation. I'm Diego Sanchez alongside Egidio De Liu. And tonight from the South Gym on the campus of El Segundo High, we've got girls varsity basketball coming your way as the Lady Eagles are hosting the Lady Cardinals of Lawndale. In a game, Egidio, it looks like it's very important for these teams because they've both lost to a common foe, Culver City. But in the Ocean League, whoever wins this game is going to have a leg up for second place in league. And the top three teams are the only ones that are guaranteed playoff spots. So you want to position yourself to be in that playoff position. Both teams really want this game tonight, Egidio.
You're 100% right, Diego. But Coach Gibson, the coach of the Lady Cardinals, he doesn't want second. He wants first place. Talking to him earlier, he said, no, we're still fighting for the #1 spot in the Ocean League. He's got his team playing hot since coming back in 2013 to coach the Cardinals. They're winners of their last three coming into tonight's game. The Lady Eagles will be a little undersized tonight, but should definitely give a fight to the Lady Cardinals. It's a battle of the birds. It's going to be a good one.
Well, certainly the Lady Cardinals have numbers, they have more players available, and they have size. El Segundo has a pretty experienced team, so it should be a pretty intriguing matchup. We'll just have to see who comes out on top. Stick around for tip-off. That's coming your way. So we're just about set for tip-off here as the girls from both teams are taking the floor. We've got the starters for El Segundo, Sydney Hongo, Paige Endo, Jordan Swanier, Sarah Chang, and Quinn Adams, and we're underway. Lady Cardinals have the ball first. There's Nelson swinging it around for Crandall. Now they get it back to Nelson. That's Hall. Here's Gorostieta, the shot taken by Crandall. It's missed. It was a three-pointer. Swanier is down with the rebound for El Segundo, and it's Chang into the front court.
That's a good start for the Lady Eagles. Coach wanted them to not give Lawndale second shots, and they came up with that rebound. Nice start for the Lady Eagles.
There's Sydney Hongo, and she almost loses the, well, it is lost. It's a turnover as the ball skitters out of bounds. And here come the Lady Cardinals into the front court with Gorostieta. Into the corner now, Hall back to Gorostieta. They're swinging it around to Crandall all the way into the other corner to Nelson, and now there's a foul, I believe. Well, or maybe it was out of bounds. Yeah, there was no foul, I guess. I didn't see anybody getting called there.
Looked like it was out of bounds. Remains Cardinals basketball.
They get a full clock, though. They got full 30 seconds. Still no score. We're just a minute into the game. Lady Cardinals 1-1 in the Ocean League. Lady Eagles 2-1 through a kind of a scheduling quirk, and now the Lady Cardinals lose it out of bounds.
Well, this is a good start for El Segundo. If the Cardinals got off to a hot start, and here's an early timeout by Coach Gibson of the Lady Cardinals. Very unlikely for the red and white team here to not get out going offensively, and so far 0-0, 6:45 remaining, but a good start for the Lady Eagles. And as you mentioned, Diego, this is a battle atop the Ocean League, a very competitive Ocean League. And funny enough, both teams lost to Culver City with a very similar score.
Yeah, I think they both lost by about 20, didn't they? Or six. One team maybe lost by a little bit less than 20, but neither game was a close game at the end.
Definitely. Also going to lost 53-37 and then 54-35. Lawndale lost to Culver City. So
here's Adams to Chang. El Segundo in white. Lady Cardinals in red. There's Swanier with a ball that comes up short, a shot that comes up well short. And here come the Lady Cardinals who get the rebound. It's Gorostieta into the front court, giving off to Nelson right in front of our position. Back to Gorostieta. She swings it around to Crandall. Down low, that's Buffin. Did she get called for a walk?
That's traveling call on Buffin.
Yep.
And Buffin's really good for this team on the rebounding end. She's atop the team. She's second with 6.4 rebounds per game.
Here's El Segundo's Ongo. She gives it off to Chang from the corner. A three-pointer, no good, and the rebound mishandled by Crandall and right into the hands of Endo. Paige Endo off to Sarah Chang. Sarah Chang guarded by 20. That's Crandall. Now she gives it to Adams. Adams' shot is off, and the rebound off to the Lady Cardinals. No score, and we're 2.5 minutes into this, so everybody a little cold right off the start. Buffin, there's the first points of the night as Taylor Buffin gets that to go. She's been averaging, I think, about 6 points a game. So 2-0 Lady Cardinals at the outset here. Into the front court's Endo. She gives it off to Hongo. Here's Swanier again, and it just rolls off the rim. She can't get it to go. The rebound is off of the Lady Cardinals. Good job by Adams there to force that.
Swanier has a nice shot. It's just not hitting tonight, but a beautiful arc there on both shots she's taken tonight.
Here's a inbound pass to Hongo. Swings it around to Paige Endo. And she is going to drive the basket. She's good at that. She lofts it up and in.
And we're tied up. Paige Endo ties it up at 2-2.
That was a nice aggressive move to the hoop with a little kind of baby hook at the end of it. Here's Lady Cardinals down to Hall. And the shot by Crandall is no good. And the rebound by Swanier, and she gets rid of it before going out of bounds, so that's a good move. Here's Endo to Swanier, and Swanier this time hits up and in.
And the Lady Eagles take an early lead, 4-2. And here come the Lady Cardinals trying to tie it up.
So Jordan Swanier, 1 for 3. There's Gorostieta sort of looking for a way to penetrate. Lady Eagles look like they have a 2-3 zone going right now. Gorostieta gives it up into the corner. It's shot from there, but who took that shot? It missed badly, whoever it was. Was it Crandall?
Yeah.
And they were running out of time, I guess, on the clock.
Had to do something. Apparently came out short a little bit, well, a lot. But good opportunity for the Lady Eagles here.
So Chang inbounds, and Endo, who's the principal ball handler, will bring it into the front court. Lady Eagles only dressed 8 girls for tonight's game, so they're a little shorthanded. Here's Chang with the three-point attempt, and that's no good either. She missed everything there, a little too strong. Here comes Crandall. She's driving the lane, and she misses, and good box out there by Quinn Adams on Taylor Hall. Now she gives it up to Endo. Endo's in the front court. She's guarded by number 5, Norman, who checked in, Kayla Norman.
She's a good aggressive player for the Cardinals, you'll see throughout this game.
Here's Adams driving the lane, and she missed it. Oh, I thought she was going to get that one. She didn't. Taylor Hall into the front court. Well, she gives it up to Crandall, who brings it into the front court. 4-2, a low-scoring first quarter so far. Now there's a two-pointer and misses badly. The rebound is fought for, and Chang comes away with it and gives it up to Endo. So far, not too many.
Oh,
and there's a turnover. Well, maybe a steal. As Endo lost that ball. And into the front court is Hall. Crandall now looking for number 24. That's
beautiful shot.
Was that a 3?
No, that was a
San Miguel.
Yes, that was a 3 shot by Miguel.
San Miguel, Janie San Miguel making her presence felt very quickly, and that gives Lawndale a 5-4 lead. 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. There's Endo, and she's guarded by Norman. She's driving the lane again, gets it down to Adams. Then very nice penetration and a pass off at the end for an easy hoop. And El Segundo gets the lead back, 6-5.
Yeah, beautiful pass by Endo that led to that basket. Nice job working together as a team.
Here's Crandall driving the lane, and now we do have a foul, I believe. Let's see who's going to get called. 3-0. I saw a 3 at the beginning. Was it? Hongo might have gotten the foul there.
Yeah.
And so that's going to be 2 shots. No, it isn't. No. Take it back. Inbounded by San Miguel. Another 3-pointer shot by number 5. That's Norman. She missed it, fought for the ball, and another good rebound for El Segundo. El Segundo's been good on the rebounds thus far.
Exactly. That's our coach stressed before the game. He said we want to grab rebounds, we want to be aggressive, and they're doing just that. They're scrappy tonight.
So a minute 20 left. Here's Endo driving that lane again, and they're unable to stop her thus far. She's creating havoc by driving that lane is Paige Endo. She's the leading scorer for El Segundo with 4 points. El Segundo leads it by 3, 8-5. Now they get it down low to Buffin. No, that was not Buffin. I take that back. That was number 12, Patterson. She missed the shot. Anyway, she was bothered on defense. And here's Endo managing to hang on to that ball just barely. Here's Adams down low. She kicks it out to Chang. Chang trying to find the range.
Oh.
She just can't quite get it there yet. She missed her third 3-pointer of the first quarter. Into the front court now, Lady Cardinals. There's Crandall swinging it around to Norman. Back to Crandall. Here's San Miguel, the 3 air ball into Quinn Adams' hands, and she gives it up to Paige Endo, and El Segundo can play for the last shot of this quarter.
Definitely slow things down. You want to get the last basket. You have a 3-point lead, and Endo has to get this team rally. Here's a shot.
Well, Chang insisting, but they're going to get the offensive rebound as Nanaguchi's into the game, and oh boy, El Segundo got away with one there as Nanaguchi almost gave it up. Here's Endo driving the lane again with that give off to Quinn Adams, and Adams draws the foul. So Endo giving the Lady Cardinals all kinds of trouble with that penetration.
She's doing it all over as a leader of this team, and nice move there.
I did not see who picked up that foul. Darn it. Anyway, it's hard to see from this vantage point who the referee is signaling. 2 shots for Adams, and she makes the first one.
Four-point lead now. Adams, a junior. And that one's missed.
She missed the second. There's a 3-pointer thrown up at the buzzer by Crandall, but she missed it. And so the score at the end of the first quarter of play is El Segundo 9 and Cardinals of Lawndale, Lady Cardinals 5. I think this is the biggest lead of the game for El Segundo.
It has been, and it's been surprisingly, at least for me here. I thought the Lady Cardinals were going to come off hot offensively. They're a good scoring team, but good job rebounding by the Lady Eagles, and they've maintained this lead. They got the lead early on. It was a 1-point lead, and they've managed to build it to 4. I mean, it's not a lot, but it's still a good lead against a good team.
So a good start in this one for the Lady Eagles, as they have built a small lead, but a lead nonetheless. And if they can just get Chang on track with that outside shooting, that's really going to help them. She just hasn't been able to find the range right now, but it's probably just a matter of time with her before she has been having a pretty decent year. In the game that I saw against Beverly Hills, I think she led the Lady Eagles with 17 points in that game. So she was hot that game. So far, not tonight. Here's Endo again going with that penetration, and she makes another shot. So Paige Endo, 6 points on the night so far, and she is leading the Lady Eagles. And you know that Coach Gibson for Lady Cardinals is going to get on them about that, if she hasn't already, about stopping that penetration.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, this is a good offensive team, the Lady Cardinals, and it's surprising tonight. They've only put up 5 points after 1 quarter of play.
Here's San Miguel. There's another 3-point attempt, and it's off. That one was taken by, was it number 2? Mm-hmm. Well, no, number 12, perhaps. That might have been Patterson taking that shot.
And one key, Diego, is the Cardinals aren't getting any rebounds. They need to grab some rebounds and get second shots here because they're missing a lot of them.
Here's Buffin checking in, and who is checking out? 14 is checking out. I don't have that girl.
I don't have 14 either.
Oh,
Mystery
boy.
number.
Hate that. Hate that.
Always one. There's always one.
Here's Endo doing her thing, and
Nice.
she is just lighting it up right now. Paige Endo is unstoppable, and there's the timeout. And you know that the head coach for the Lady Cardinals is going to say, please stop this girl, number 4. Paige Endo is just penetrating at will, and she's a senior. Endo is. She is experienced, and she is just showing a lot of savvy on. Oh no, is she a senior? I thought she was a senior. She's listed as a junior.
She has one more year.
One more year. Wow. But I think she's a 3-year starter. I think this is her 3rd year as a starter. Hopefully I got that right. Anyway, she's just showing a lot of savvy out there, and she's shredding this Lady Cardinal defense right now. She's got 8 points out of the 13 that the Lady Eagles have. She's got 8, and it's just going to be interesting to see and watch the adjustment from the Lady Cardinals on that, because nobody else has done much other than Endo, because some of the other points come off of her penetration as well.
Well, it's the same move that she's getting them on. She's going up with that right-handed layup right up the middle. It's uncontested, and you got to get the big guys or the big girls down there to stop that.
So
boys basketball.
Yeah. Buffin is in the game now again. Is this the starting team? No, not totally. A little bit. Hill is Simone Hill. There's a drive down the lane, and somebody's going to get called on a foul, and I think it's going to be 11 Soignier. Yeah, she's going to get. That was her foul, so I'm going to mark her down for one there, and 2 shots coming for Crandall. She is not scored yet, but that she is out off the schneid now. That's she's got an interesting first name. I don't want to mess it up. Regine Crandall. So she's going for her second free throw. She makes them both.
Beautiful shot there. She's only a sophomore. And
she's been averaging. She's a leading scorer. She's been averaging 11.6 points per game. Here's Soignier looking to drive, but she was cut off. Now she gives it up to Chang. Nanaguchi back down to Soignier. She's up against Buffin. That's tough because Buffin is bigger. And so now we've got a jump ball as Hall tied up that ball, and the possession arrow is favoring Lawndale. 13-7 is the score. El Segundo, Lady Eagles with a 6-point lead, biggest lead of the night. Well, maybe it was bigger before those 2 free throws. I take it back.
A little bit, yeah.
So there's a pick set by Buffin. Is she going to get the ball back? No, it's down low. Little baby hook by number 4, Hall, but the shot doesn't go. And now the rebound, Nanaguchi picks it off. And Chang forward to Endo. Endo with a 3-pointer this time, and she is on fire. Paige Endo doing it inside and out, and they just can't stop her right now. She's taken this team on her shoulders, and it's a 16-7 lead, a 9-point lead for the Lady Eagles. And there's a turnover as right now, maybe the Lady Cardinals a little flustered as Taylor Hall traveled there.
A lot flustered. They're turning the ball over. They're giving these big shots, and Endo is killing them from all over this court. And you said 16-7 now, the Lady Eagles leading. Coach Gibson has to be shocked here.
And there's Endo again, and an easy penetration and 2 more points. She's got 5, 7, 9, 11, 13 points she's got already out of the 18.
Wow, that's impressive. And it's the same move again. They just can't stop her.
Here's Taylor Buffin missing. There's an offensive rebound for the Lady Cardinals. That's Hill, Simone Hill. She gives it up to Gorostieta. She gets it back now on the wing. Buffin at the free throw line. She's going to drive the lane, but Soignier did a good job on defense, and Buffin just threw up I don't know if that was a pass or a shot, but it was kind of wild, and ultimately ends up in the hands of an El Segundo player. Nanaguchi gives it up to Endo. Now Gorostieta is going to try to, pressure her in the back court a little bit, but she breaks that to Nanaguchi. Here's Soignier with a shot that I think was partially blocked, and it didn't draw iron. 5 minutes left in the first half. El Segundo with an 11-point lead, and there's another travel, this time by Jones, Talia Jones, right in front of us, so I could call that one pretty easily. I saw that one.
Wow, Diego, back-to-back turnovers, very unlikely for the Lady Cardinals, and trailing here 18-7.
So Chang will inbounds right in front of our broadcast position. She gives it up to Endo. Now they're putting pressure on Endo in the back court. a way to try and slow her down, which is probably a good idea if you're the Lady Cardinals. But Endo with a flashy behind the move pass, and now she draws the foul. Let's see who's going to get called on this one. I think 11, if I read yeah, so Gorostieta picks up a foul there. Nobody's in the bonus yet, not even close. So these won't be shooting fouls. Chang to, is that Nanaguchi? I believe it is. Yeah, that's Sarah Nanaguchi. She's going to, and Quinn Adams got called for the moving pick there. She was trying to set a pick, but she moved.
Exactly, got to set your feet. Referees will call that every single time.
So 4:48 left, 18-7, El Segundo in front of the Cardinals. Lady Cardinals, I should say. So into the front court are the Lady Cardinals. Number 10, Nelson. She gives it up to Gorostieta. Looking for Buffin down the lane, but Adams doing a good job of blanketing her. Here's Crandall. And there's a turnover, and it's Endo coming up with that one, and she's in the front court very quickly. Endo with a very nice little pass to Soignier, and Soignier with a little baby hook. They're going to say that she was fouled by Buffin, and she's going to shoot free throws here.
Yeah, Lawndale's just not playing smart basketball. They're turning the ball over. They look flustered out there, being down. It's like they've never trailed before in a ball game.
So Soignier will go to the line, and the first shot is good.
Nice.
That's her third point of the night. And the second one is off, so rebound to Buffin. Here comes Gorostieta across the timeline. She gives it up to Crandall. Crandall looking to go one-on-one, and she gets herself into a little bit of trouble, and the shot is, now there's a mad scramble for that rebound, and it looks like the possession arrow is going to favor. Quinn Adams was down on the floor with Buffin, and it looks like or is there a timeout? Did they call a timeout?
Yeah, El Segundo called a quick timeout there.
But the possession arrow does favor El Segundo anyway, so I guess they're going to have the ball coming out of this timeout. Just a little over 4 minutes left in the first half. There's Coach Gibson talking to his crew, trying to get them to settle down and play like he knows that they can, because they are down by 12, which is a little bit of a shocker.
Very much of a shocker. And Coach Gibson had this team playing really, really well. He used to coach at Lawndale from 2009 to 2012, took a break, went to Rolling Hills, came back in 2013. Last year had the Lady Cardinals in the playoffs for the first time in a very long time, and this year have an impressive record of 13-6. Just the Eagles here tonight came to play, and they're not giving up.
Well, I'm surprised that they're not sticking with the pressure on Endo in the back court as a way to try and slow her down, but they're not. Endo into the front court to, that was Adams with a shot that was in and out, a nice little pass by Endo, and then a quick turnaround jumper from the free throw line, but she just missed it. Into the front court, Lady Cardinals quickly. There's Hill. Hill far from the basket now. Gorostieta gets the ball. She gives it up to Nelson. Now there's Crandall driving the lane, missing. And there's the rebound by Chang. And oh boy, it's a 2-on-1. Here's Endo. Nice. She gives it the pass to Soignier. Back to one pass too many there. Somebody needed to take a shot there.
Got a little fancy.
Yeah. And there's Nanaguchi. No, that was Endo. Excuse me. So it was Nanaguchi that was, well, anyway.
They look similar.
Well, did they? Was it Nanaguchi
numbers.
who was? I thought it was Endo taking the ball on the 2-on-1 down there. Anyway, a long shot by the Lady Cardinals misses. They're ice cold. They're missing everything, and that ball out of bounds, and they're going to say it went off of Taylor Buffin. Well, yeah, they both have the same ponytail, which obscures their number.
From the back, they look very similar.
Well, it obscures their number, too.
And exactly.
Yeah, you can't see the number. Okay, now that's Endo, I know for sure. 3 minutes left. Lady Eagles leading by 12, 19-7. There's Soignier. Down low now, they get it to, that's Ani Finau. The first time we've called her name tonight. She's in the game. She missed a little layup. She probably feels she probably should have had. And there's Soignier fighting for the ball. This time the possession arrow favors El Segundo.
Good aggressive play there by Soignier, not giving up the possession.
Buffin's checking out. Kamzi Mitu, we're going to see her here, checking in for the first time. Number 23, tall player, 6'3". We're going to see her brother later on this evening. That won't be on this telecast that you're watching, but a separate one. There's Gorostieta and another miss, and they are ice cold. They cannot make a shot to save their lives. Right now, the Lady Cardinals can't make a shot. And the rebounds, for the most part, the Lady Eagles are getting them, and that was one of Coach Kim's big fears, that they would be giving up a lot of offensive rebounds. Not so far.
Well, it's because Lady Cardinals have the height advantage and the number advantage, so they can get fresh bodies in there, but that hasn't been the story here tonight.
Here's Mitu. She gives it up to San Miguel with another 3-point. She gets her own rebound, but she misses again. They can't buy a shot. And now they finally do. That was Gorostieta who finally buries one.
Roxy, the senior captain for the Lady Cardinals, finally gets her first basket. Maybe they'll get this team going down 10 here with 2 minutes remaining before half.
Well, that was one of the few times they did get second chances, and that time they got a third chance. Down low now to Finau. Finau gives it up. Now let's see, that's Nanaguchi. She misses, and here comes, and they throw it out of bounds. So a bad turnover there by the Lady Cardinals. I mean, I am expecting them to make a run in this game. There's no way they're not going to make a run in this game. I'd be stunned if they don't. So, you know, if they start getting those second and third chances, which is what Coach Randy Kim is afraid of, they will make a run. El Segundo Lady Eagles have to make sure that they don't let that happen. Here's Endo. Yeah. And what do we have here? Was that
a foul?
A foul. Okay.
El Segundo.
Yep. I didn't see the number that she. Darn it. We're going to have to go check with the official score at halftime to get the total fouls. Here's Crandall into the front court. And she loses it. She was trying to make an individual play, and she got tangled up in a thicket of El Segundo defenders and lost the ball. Here's Endo into the front court. Less than a minute and a half now in the first half. El Segundo leading it by 10, 19-9. There's Hongo to Soignier. Soignier's shot short. And here's the rebound. That's Crandall. Now she gives it up to San Miguel down low. Here's Kamsi Mitu. She slipped. She slipped, and they're going to call a travel.
Yeah, her foot
slipped
and
she's hurt. She's hurt. She should come out. She slipped, and she she gave the thumbs up to her coach, the sign, but she slipped, and she's favoring her left knee
she's
a little
limping
bit.
there, down there, you can see.
Yeah. Okay, and now Hongo almost loses it. She gets it back. She almost lost it out of bounds. Soignier fighting for that ball, and El Segundo will retain possession. But they are down to 13 seconds on the shot clock, so let's see who's going to check in. Chang is going to check in, and who's going to check out? It's going to be Adams checking out. So Chang will inbound. Finau is in the game. She sets a pick. It didn't really work, though.
Bad pass there.
Well, it didn't. Yeah, there's a travel on number 20, Crandall. They got lucky there, El Segundo, because
very lucky.
The play was to set a pick and free up the player to receive the pass, but it just didn't work, and Chang threw the pass anyway. Now she throws it back court to Hongo. That's Sydney Hongo.
They have a fresh, shot clock now, so they're going to take their time, 36 seconds and counting before half. So set up something
they
smart.
Turn it over. They turn it over. They're starting to commit some turnovers.
Never mind.
Here's Hall, and now Crandall. Here's Hall, little shot from the free throw line, misses it, and Soignier with the ball, and El Segundo into the front court to Endo. Endo driving that baseline, and she throws it away. That was unfortunate because they had a pretty good opportunity there to push it to 12. Right now the score is 19-9 and only 10 seconds left. San Miguel with a three-pointer, and she hits it. That's the second one from San Miguel, and that cuts it to 7. And so Lady Cardinals cut it to 7 at the end there, 19-12, your score at the halftime, with the Lady Eagles in control thus far. A 7-point lead for them, and certainly they've got to be pleased with how this first half has gone, although at the end, Lady Cardinals cut it down a little bit, and we have a word with Coach Randy Kim from the sidelines.
How do you think the girls are playing so far?
I thought we played well for 14 of the 16 minutes. The last 2 minutes were bad. We didn't get shots. We turned the ball over. And it was really the time when we needed to go up instead of 11, 15 or whatever. Now it's a game again. So we'll go see if we can make some adjustments and changes and see what happens the second half.
Coach, thank you very much. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Diego, back to you.
Thanks, Egidio. Well, certainly the Lady Cardinals did come on just a little bit at the end of that first half, and it's only a 7-point lead for the Lady Eagles, but they got to be pleased to have that cushion as they head into the second half. Stick around for second half action. That's coming right up. Welcome back, fans. Just about set for the second half tip-off. Lady Eagles leading it by 7. Looks like the Lady Cardinals will inbound, so they will have the ball first. And it'll be interesting to see whether the momentum shift that we witnessed right at the end of the second half continues in favor of the Lady Cardinals, or whether the Lady Eagles can reassert themselves as they had early in the game.
We have to know Coach Gibson definitely talked to them in the locker room, and he said, hey, you guys got to wake up. This is your game. And they start off nice as number 10, Zaire Nelson, with a nice basket.
Yep, and the foul is on Chang. That's her first, but that is a big start for Lady Cardinals. They've cut it down to 5, and they can cut it to 4 if she makes this free throw, does Nelson. Let's see. And she does.
Yes, she does. Well,
so now it's a close game. Endo to Quinn Adams. Adams buries the shot from about 15 or 16 feet. No fear there.
Beautiful shot.
And that gets it. Here's Buffin. Buffin down low with Swanier. Now she's on her keister, and then she gives it up. And the ball is loose on the floor, and let's see who will end up with this ball. Looks like they're going to reset. No, they're not going to reset the clock. Or are, not sure what. Lady Cardinals get the ball. Driving now, it seems like their strategy is Buffin missed a shot and Adams came down with a rebound, and then it was pushed out of bounds. The ball tipped off one of the Lady Cardinals, but it looks like at least early on we're seeing some attempts to penetrate by Lady Cardinals.
Definitely, and Coach Gibson just talked to Buffin right there. He said, take good shots. That wasn't a good shot, that last one she took. She said, take good shots. If Nelson's open, pass it out and work something out.
Here's Endo with a great pass down to Swanier. They kick it out to Hongo. Hongo, a little bit short. That was a wide open shot. She had a good chance there. Here's Gorostieta. 7 minutes left here in the third quarter. El Segundo leading it by just 6. And there's a long shot. It's a 3, but it's no good by Nelson. The rebound, and El Segundo comes up with it. Here's Endo, double team. She's in trouble. She gets it to Chang, and Chang is into the front court. Now to Hongo. Sydney Hongo almost loses it, but it goes back to Endo. Endo driving the lane. She gets it to Swanier, and Swanier draws a foul. There's a nice pass off that penetration by Endo.
Beautiful play by Endo. Both teams coming out aggressively to start this third quarter.
So Swanier will go to the line. She's 1 for 2 at the line thus far tonight. That's good. So now the lead back up to 7, where it started this third quarter. And in and out, but look at Adams come up with the offensive rebound.
Nice job by Adams, tipping the ball to herself and grabbing the rebound.
Now Adams penetrating, but it's blocked away from her nicely by Hall. And into the front court is Crandall. She drives the lane and gets the 2 points.
That was more of a lucky shot. She kind of got tangled. Her feet got tangled, threw it up in the air, and luckily went in. It's 22-17 El Segundo, though.
So the 5-point lead for Lady Cardinals. Here's Endo. They're looking to double team her. Oh. And there she was fouled, but there was no call. Yeah, and there the ball was lost by Hongo, but they lose it right back. So a little wild here, a little sloppy. And I think, well, what do we got here? What is it? Oh, a foul. Yeah. On 10, I believe, Nelson. I believe that's who got called. I'm not 100% sure. 20, or was it? No, 20, Crandall. Excuse me.
We saw the 0 for sure by the referee.
Okay, so with just under 6 minutes, El Segundo hanging on to a 5-point lead, and they've got the ball. Endo gets a pick from Swanier. She's got a little shot there, and she misses it. The rebound rebound. It's off to Lady Cardinals, and here comes Crandall. Nelson got that rebound. Now here's going to be a drive. They're driving the lane for sure. And there's Buffin with an offensive rebound, and she can't get the shot to go. And she was only 2 or 3 feet away from the basket. Now she's going to get called for a foul, perhaps. Or was it a tied up, and then the possession arrow favored El Segundo?
I couldn't see Diego. The referee was in.
I think it was basically just that he said it would have been a jump ball, but the possession arrow favored El Segundo. I think. I did not see anybody got called for a foul. Here's Nanaguchi to Swanier. Nanaguchi. She's now giving it up to Chang. Chang's got to start hitting some shots, and she's just ice cold. She just doesn't have it tonight. And that's a problem for the Lady Eagles because they really need some points from her.
Yeah, definitely kind of slowed down since starting off hot in the first quarter, and here come the Lady Cardinals now. They're making it a ball game.
Here's Hall. She shoots a wild shot, no good, and the rebound thrown out of bounds by Chang, and Chang just looks like she's just out of it. I don't know, she just doesn't look good tonight. I don't like her body language. She just doesn't seem like she's into it. And she's going to get, is she coming out? Yeah, she's coming out. Quinn Adams, who looks a lot better, at least tonight, is going back in. Chang just doesn't, she just looks out of sorts. So, big turnover there for El Segundo. San Miguel has checked in she's dangerous from the three-point line. She's shown that.
Yeah, she definitely has a
There's
nice
Hall.
shot.
Hall misses. Adams with the rebound. There was a collision. Let's see I think there is going to be a foul here. 4, I think. Was it 4? Is there a 4? Yes, there is, and that's Hall got called on that foul. So, Lady Cardinals have 14 fouls now. El Segundo only 1. Here's Adams. Nice move down to Finau, and Finau picks up her first points of the night. Ani Finau with a nice passing sequence there by El Segundo. There's Crandall trying to drive the lane, and let's see who gets called on this. Well, yeah, there is a foul. I can't tell. I can't.
That's a pushing foul there on El Segundo.
No, it's on El Segundo, and I didn't see exactly who. But nobody's in really any foul trouble. San Miguel with 4.5 minutes left in the third quarter, inbounding to Taylor. Excuse me, no, that was Norman. This is Taylor. Now it's Crandall. Crandall beyond the three-point line down to Taylor. Here's San Miguel. They got a guarder out there. She's dangerous. Here's Taylor. Little bank shot, and it's good.
Nice
Taylor
job.
Hall. And now the lead is back down to 5 with about 4 minutes left in this third quarter. Here's Nanaguchi. Adams with a fake shot. She faked out Buffin, but then she couldn't quite get the shot of. Here's Swanier. There's Endo. Endo hasn't scored in quite a long time, but she's still penetrating. Here's Swanier, misses everything.
Air ball, and Hall comes with the basketball. Here come the Lady Cardinals.
There's Crandall with a three-pointer, another air ball.
Air balls all around.
Yeah, air balls all around, and that. Now let's see what we got. We got somebody checking out, two players checking out. We got Crandall and Buffin checking out. And who came in? Gorostiev came in, and 12, I think also Patterson. 5 came in, Simone Hill. Okay, into the front court is Endo. 3.5 minutes left. Here's Quinn Adams. She almost throws it out of bounds. Nanaguchi saves it.
That was a pass to you, Diego, I think.
What's the call here? Timeout? I think somebody called timeout, but I didn't see who. Timeout on the floor with just under 3.5 minutes left in the third. And El Segundo Lady Eagles clinging to a 5-point lead.
Yeah, they're making a comeback, the Lady Cardinals. We knew this was going to happen. Coach Gibson, too good of a coach. This team, too good of a team to trail for a long time. They're making a comeback. Still, though, missing a lot of wild shots. They need to slow down and take better shots. If nothing's there, they got to get the ball moving around until they get good looks.
Well, Chang is checked back in. Nanaguchi, Swanier, Endo, and Adams. So here comes Endo. She gets a pick from Adams, and she draws a foul here. Nice pick there set by Adams. And Endo's going to shoot some free throws. Let's see who got called on the foul. I can't see. I can never. We're not well situated to tell.
Endo,
okay.
Actually, Diego was going to say she was limping off after that foul. Hopefully she's okay. It looked like her ankle took some damage there.
She misses the free throw. She hasn't scored since, I think, early in the second quarter. She's got a lot of points. She's got 13, but she's struggling to score now. And Chang has not scored tonight, so El Segundo struggling to score in general. And she misses them both. And Adams gets the rebound.
Nice job by number 55.
Endo will get another chance.
Oh.
And she drew another foul. And she's going to put Lady Cardinals over the limit soon. I'm not sure who got the foul again. So we're just flying blind on that one. But El Segundo will get to inbound this ball. Chang turns it over.
Oh.
And El Segundo gets lucky there as the Cardinals take it over as well. And I believe Endo scored there. We had some players park themselves in front of our table. So 7 points the lead. Here's Crandall. She's trying to.
Oh, just got ripped away from her.
Well, they're saying jump ball, but the possession arrow favors El Segundo. So I think the Eagles will get the ball. Eagles still with the 7-point lead. Not sure what the holdup is here. Okay, Eagles will get the inbound.
Yeah, still El Segundo basketball, and it's been an aggressive third quarter, Diego. The first two quarters kind of flew by. This one's been a fight.
Endo into the front court. Gives it up to Quinn Adams, and Adams passing it to Chang, but somebody must have tipped it because it went out of bounds, but El Segundo retains possession. Now Buffin checks back in, and leaving the game was Patterson. Here's Nanaguchi. She hasn't scored either tonight, I don't think.
But she's had some nice assists. Ah, bad pass there by Adams.
Well, El Segundo's just really lucky that
Yeah,
they get the ball back on top. So that girl must have touched it, number 2. That's Audi, J. Audi. I'm not sure what her first name is. Jasmine.
Yeah, she did touch it. It was a bad play on her half. She shouldn't have touched, let it go out of bounds. It would have been Cardinals basketball, but she did tip it out of bounds.
Swanier throws it away now. So El Segundo's starting to make a lot of mistakes with the ball. A lot of turnovers. Both teams are making a lot of turnovers.
Both teams, a lot of mistakes, a lot of turnovers. Very hectic third quarter.
I think Randy Kim called timeout there. Yes, he did. So
smart move.
Yeah. El Segundo still hanging on to that 7-point lead, though. That's where they came into this quarter, with that 7-point lead, and they still got it, but there's still 2:07 left in the third, so anything could still happen in this quarter.
Well, what you mentioned earlier is they're getting a lot of lucky plays going their way, because even on tipped passes or tipped shots, they go out of bounds, last touch by Lawndale, and they'll get the basketball back. So it's just they're hanging on to that 7-point lead, but they're getting very lucky here. They need to finish strong.
Well, right now, one of the big problems is that they just don't have a lot of variety in who can score for them. So if Chang's not going to do any scoring and Endo has kind of cooled off, you know, Nanaguchi's not really a big scorer. Finau can maybe get them some points inside. Swanier has been missing a lot of shots. She needs to pick it up a little bit. El Segundo needs to find some scoring from somewhere. Here's San Miguel. That's a 2. She misses it. The rebound, she got her own rebound, or it went out of bounds, and anyway, Lady Cardinals retain possession.
Now this crowd's getting into it as Lawndale's looking to make a comeback.
San Miguel looking for her shot, and she misses it again, and the rebound, this time Endo has it. But she is chased down Soignier back to Endo. Nanaguchi now. Chang, she's too far from the basket to shoot from there. Nanaguchi's going to shoot, and she comes up short. Finau with the rebound, and she puts it up and in.
That's her second basket of the game, comes off the bench, and a nice addition to the Lady Eagles.
Yeah, Ani Finau with her size making a difference right now. She has provided most of the scoring for the Lady Eagles in this third quarter. She has more points than any other Lady Eagle in this third quarter. So the lead is back up to 9. El Segundo would love to get this up to double digits, and Nanaguchi's not afraid, and she buries the 3.
She shouldn't be, because a shot like that was beautiful and added 3 points to the Lady Eagles lead.
So now with a minute left in the third, the Lady Eagles have it back up to 12. Crandall, she's got Chang on her. She gives it up to San Miguel. San Miguel picks up her dribble, back to Crandall. Crandall's double teamed, and a traveling call against Crandall. And the Lady Eagles get the ball. And Crandall, the leading scorer, only has 4 points for Lady Cardinals, so that's a problem.
Very surprising. Yeah, it's a huge problem. Now 31-19, they're trailing the Lady Eagles here, and Coach Gibson, called a much necessary timeout. He's got to get these girls to settle down. They're taking wild shots. I know you're down big here, but it was only a 7-point game not too long ago. And when you start taking wild shots, you're missing. They're now rebounding. You get results like this.
Yeah, they cut it. I think they cut it to 5. I don't think they ever got it to 4. They cut it to 5, I think. And now Lady Eagles have swelled it back up to 12. So Coach Kim for El Segundo has got to be pleased about that. However, still 47 seconds left in this third quarter, and anything can happen. Enough for a couple of possessions. Now the official is going to get
the Cardinals staying a little extra in the huddle there, getting a few extra words.
So El Segundo has the ball. Chang will inbound to Nanaguchi. Back to Chang. Back to Nanaguchi. Down low, that's Soignier, but there's Finau.
Nice.
There's Chang, who just doesn't have it tonight. She just is off. Nanaguchi. She is almost a turnover. Here's Chang. She's going to drive the lane. She's saying, I want some points. And they're saying no. But there's a foul, so I think she's going to go to the line, because I think this puts Lady Cardinals over the limit.
Yeah, that was a holding.
Yeah, Chang will get a 1-and-1, and here's an opportunity to get her first points of the evening, and she capitalizes, and that pushes the lead up to 13. Is this the biggest lead of the night?
This is the biggest lead of the night, Diego. They're kind of running away now. It was a close third quarter, but now it's been all Lady Eagles.
And Chang makes them both. So the lead is 14, and Gorostieta is fouled by Endo, and that's probably not the greatest foul, but you know, whatever. She was trying to get the ball, and it's only her first foul. 17 seconds left, 17 and a half seconds, 33-19, El Segundo. The Lady Eagles have run away with it a little bit in this third quarter. It's not over, but they've got a nice solid lead. They've doubled their lead. Let's see if, here's Buffin. Buffin puts it up, and It's a bank shot and in. So Taylor Buffin with a third and fourth points of the night. Here's Endo. A lot of contact there, and I'm surprised no foul was called, as there was a ton of contact between Endo and Norman.
Yeah, it should have been a foul. Definitely referee perhaps a little bit out of place there, but the Lady Eagles escape with that one. They have 33-21 lead now after 3 quarters of basketball. Coach Kim's got to get these girls to finish strong. That's what he said to us when we talked to him. This is going to be a fight, and if we're in it, we got to finish strong, and they need to do just that here.
Well, Coach Kim, who coached boys basketball at Bell High for 10 years, and then later on he was assisted Jason Ito last year with the girls. Ito has gone on to coach the boys now. I talked to him about 6 or 7 days ago, maybe 8 days ago, when they were playing Beverly Hills here, and he said that they need to learn how to finish these games. He says that they've lost to some winning teams. Some of their losses were against winning teams. In close games, they have to learn how to win. We'll see if this game gets to be a close game. Right now it's not, but 12 points isn't, the end-all, be-all in basketball with a full quarter to play. Let's see if they can finish this game off. Inbounding, Lady Cardinals, and there's Nelson, and there's a shot by Taylor, and she banks it in.
Backboard shot.
That's Hall, Taylor Hall. Those are her third and fourth points in the evening, and cuts it to 10. Endo to Nanaguchi. Lady Cardinals are kind of in a 2-3. Here's Chang. She gets it off, and she misses. She just hasn't had the shot tonight.
It's not her look here, but she's been missing all those three-point shots.
Yep. But as has been the case so often, a gift from the Lady Cardinals. They turn it over. You can't make a run if you do that, because you just can't.
Exactly. Once you stop them on the offensive end, you have to come back and capitalize yourself, not turn the ball over.
Endo to Chang. Chang driving the baseline, and there's a move, a strong move. She's got decent size. She's not really super tall, but Chang decided to take it to the hoop that time instead of trying to shoot the three where she just hasn't had it. And she made the shot, the little sort of baseline drive, and she was fouled, and she's got the free throw, and she misses it, but the Finau's got the rebound. She can't quite control it, and now there's a foul. What do we got here? Is it a foul on Buffin?
They called a push-off foul.
On Buffin?
On Buffin.
Yeah. Okay, that's at least her second, and we don't have the total fouls, so we don't know exactly. But that's a big possession for El Segundo, who El Segundo lead it by 12. Chang now has 4 points, so she's adding a little bit offensively as she's making an effort to drive. Here's Finau in the lane against Buffin, and now another foul is called. Did Buffin get called again? Maybe.
Yeah, and the bench on the Lady Cardinals, they're going wild there. They're not agreeing with these refs whatsoever.
So Finau will go to the line, and I have no idea what kind of free throw shooter she is, but we're going to find out. She looks a little awkward, but she made it. Nothing but net.
Nice shot there by Finau. She's been a very impressive piece coming off the bench here tonight for the Lady Eagles.
She's got 5 points now. Ani Finau. She's a junior. And the second one is in and out. But the lead is up to 13. 7 minutes left in the game. Here's Hall. That's Nelson. And she's fouled. And there's going to be 2 shots coming to somebody here. And I think Finau got called there.
Yeah, she did.
She's got 2 fouls at least. So to the line, we've got Zaire Nelson. She makes that free throw. She's 2 for 2 from the line tonight. Cuts it to 12. And she makes them both.
Nice, 3 for 3 at the line for Nelson. And now it's 36-25. The Lady Cardinals trail El Segundo.
Here's Endo into the front court. She's driving the lane. There's that little move that she's been so good with tonight, and she draws a foul, apparently. I didn't see it really, but they're saying that it's on number 12, Patterson. Is she in the game? Am I reading that right?
Yes, you're right.
Yeah. Okay, so 12 gets called on the foul. It's going to be 2 shots for Endo. And there she buries the free throw.
Endo started off hot in the first and second quarter, has cooled off since halftime, but gets a nice point there. Good basket.
She misses the second. She's got 16 points on the evening, and she's got the rebound, so another offensive rebound. So El Segundo, Lady Eagles somehow getting offensive rebounds here.
They're huge because they're playing a team that came in. They had a 6.5.
Endo misses there.
As they're they're fighting for the basketball there. Diego, the Lady Cardinals coming into this game, they had 4 players averaging almost 6 rebounds per game. That's huge, and they had the size advantage. So it's very impressive that the Lady Eagles are leading in rebounds tonight.
Chang with the inbound pass to Soignier. Soignier took a shot, and she's going to shoot free throws as, I think, number 2. I'm not sure if 2 got called there. Was that Audie? Anyway, Soignier gets 2, and she makes the first. El Segundo hanging on to this big lead, and time starting to become a factor slowly but surely here. And Soignier makes them both, and it's a 14-point lead with 6.5 minutes left in this game, 39-25. Into the front court, Nelson. Now there's a 3-point shot taken and wildly missed by, was it number 5? And people wiping out all over the place. Yeah, that was Norman who missed it, but now she gets it back, and she misses again. And now the ball out of bounds. Let's see, a foul. A foul was called on El Segundo. On 11, Soignier got called. So possession to Lady Cardinals. They're not shooting yet because they're not in the 1-on-1. Only 5 team fouls on El Segundo. San Miguel will inbound.
Still a lot of time here. This game is not over by any means.
To Nelson, to Gorostieta, to Crandall. Gorostieta now. Here's San Miguel. It's a 2-shot. It's a 2-pointer, and it misses. But the offensive rebound this time handled by number 2, Audie.
That's been the story tonight for the Lady Cardinals. The shots have not gone in whatsoever.
No, they've been very cold. They're starting to get some offensive rebounds here, but they're missing a lot of shots. Down low to Gorostieta. Crandall back to San Miguel. Misses the offensive rebound. Nelson. Now there's a turnover. And Soignier almost turned it over as well, but she was fouled in the back court. Either by number 2 or there was another player there. Let's see. Yeah, 2 got called. So that's Audie. She's got at least 3. She might be in foul trouble, that girl. But they got numbers, so she'll just get pulled out. Soignier rolls it in. So these free throws are big, and Soignier is making them. And it's the biggest lead of the night, I think. 15 points right now. Misses the second one. Rebound this time. Lady Cardinals do handle it. And now Gorostieta into the front court. 5:40 to go. San Miguel, there's a long shot, 3-pointer, no good. That one was taken by number 10. Not sure. Oh, yes, she is Nelson. Here's Endo. Lady Eagles are in no hurry now. They can milk the shot clock all the way down till there's 5-6 seconds left.
They should milk the shot clock. You have a big lead, why not?
Here's Nanaguchi to Chang. Now there's 5 seconds. Endo is in trouble now. They're going to lose. Endo just throws up a prayer. And see, that time they milked it too much. I think they were not all aware of where that shot clock was.
Yeah, you milk it, but you don't milk it to 0. You milk it to get a shot off.
Yeah. But still a 15-point lead for the Lady Eagles with 5 minutes left in the game. So they're looking pretty good. It's not over, but they're looking pretty good. Gorostieta with a spin move, and there's a little 10-foot jump shot by Audie. Those are her first points of the night. At least I've got her for the first points of the night. Here comes Endo. Endo into the front court to Nanaguchi. 13 points is the bulge for Lady Eagles. Nanaguchi looking for help. She gives it up to Chang. She's very far from the basket.
Nice
There's
pass.
Soignier with a nice move, and she misses the shot. And here come the Lady Cardinals. There's Crandall. There's Gorostieta. She's thinking about shooting from way downtown. That would have been too far. It's a 2-point shot. And San Miguel misses, but there's the offensive rebound, and the putback is missed as well by Nelson, and now we got a jump ball situation, but the possession arrow favors Lawndale.
Timeout taken by the Lady Cardinals, and again, Diego, just bad shots being put up by the Lady Cardinals. Yeah, I know when you're
and then
trailing,
missing easy ones.
and
when
they're
they
missing.
and then missing when they get the offensive rebound, and they had a little shot from, 3 feet from the basket or 4 feet, and she missed that one. So they've been cold. They've been cold,
and they're not getting rebounds. So that's a recipe for disaster there when you miss easy baskets, you miss wide open baskets, and then you don't respond on the offensive on the rebounding end. So here 40-27 with just a little over 4 minutes, El Segundo leads.
Yeah, it's a very low total for Lawndale for this stage in a game, 27. So that speaks to how cold they've been tonight. So Lawndale will inbound. San Miguel looking for somebody. And she gets it down low, and there's another easy miss. I mean, number 11 there, Gorostieta, had a layup basically, and she missed it. I mean, she had somebody guarding her, but it was basically a layup. You can't miss those. It was and now El Segundo will bring it into the front court and, take their time, I'm sure. And they got a good ball handler there in Nanaguchi. She gives it up to Endo, who's also a good ball handler. Endo far away from the basket. Here's Finau, and she missed it. She didn't draw iron.
Bad shots on the other end by the Lady Eagles.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if Finau's the person that they want taking a jumper. She's better at the inside game.
Yeah, definitely.
Although, anyway, she didn't look great on that shot. Although it was roughly from the free throw line, and she made some free throws, so I don't know. She's capable of doing it. She just didn't do it that time. Now, finally, it looks like El Segundo's over the limit. I don't know who committed that foul, but it's going to send San Miguel to the line.
Yeah, definitely. The only time that Lawndale has scored under 35 points, it was one time when they lost to View Park, 54-25.
San Miguel makes their first free throw. She looks like a pretty good free throw shooter.
Yeah, she had a nice three-point basket earlier in the game in the second quarter.
And she misses the second. The rebound is handled by El Segundo. Here's Endo into the front court. She should drive the basket. She does, and she makes it. That's what she was doing early in this game. I think she's got 18 points now. She's far and away the leader for El Segundo scoring-wise. Here's San Miguel with a three. She misses badly.
Not even close on that one. And Endo, like you mentioned, is getting hot once again as this game nears.
Yeah, she's got 18 points. And she's by far the scoring leader for the Lady Eagles tonight. Here's Nanaguchi. Down to Soignier. The shot was blocked well by Hall. So, but time is definitely a factor now for the Lady Cardinals. There's only 3 minutes left in this game. Now there's a timeout, looks like, called by, I believe El Segundo called this timeout. So El Segundo hanging on to hanging on. They've got a 14-point lead with 3 minutes left in the game. They would have to do an awful lot of things wrong in the last 3 minutes to lose this game.
Diego El Segundo has led pretty much the entire ball game. The only time that they trailed was in the opening minutes of the first quarter. So it's been all Lady Eagles. The Cardinals made a little bit of a run there in the third quarter, but like we mentioned, all Lady Eagles here tonight, surprisingly, because Lawndale came in winners of their last three.
Yeah. So Lady Eagles have really played well. Yeah, I think the only time Lawndale led was 2-0.
Yeah, and early in the...
I think.
After tip-off.
Yeah, I think they got the first basket of the game, but after that, Lady Eagles asserted themselves. So El Segundo ball. Chang will inbound. They've got Endo, Finau, Nanaguchi, and Soignier in there. For Lawndale, it's Gorostieta, San Miguel, Buffin, Hall, and who's the fifth girl? Nelson. So here's Endo. Endo gets a pick from Soignier. She drives the lane. There's a pass to Finau. Finau wasn't expecting it, and it just kind of bounced off of her. And now Finau gets it back. Oh, I hope she doesn't get injured. Ouch. She fell awkwardly. I hope she's okay. Ani Finau. I did not like the way she fell there. Yeah, and she's not getting up. I don't like this.
That was a bad play there, Diego. She got caught
I don't like this. I don't like this. She really fell awkwardly.
And her ankle, kind of twisted behind her. And
oh, boy. That's
bad news there, the way we saw it from over here.
Yeah,
so
she fell. Okay. I saw it right away. She fell awkwardly, and she is not getting up. Coach Kim is out there, and also a trainer, I guess, is out there. I'm not sure. But, boy, you could just tell she just fell awkwardly. And I don't know if that's because she slipped on some moisture out there or what happened. But
There was bodies all around, and it's just the way she landed.
Yeah, boy,
looked horrific.
they're touching her left leg. Oh boy, because El Segundo is short as it is, and this just didn't look good. It just didn't look good. So boy, you just hope and pray for Annie Finau, but
She was having a great game coming off the bench here for the Lady Eagles.
yeah, and you hate to see this.
Definitely, 100%. It's
She's just not moving. That's what really gets me. She's just not, now she's kind of trying to get up a little bit, but I think it's her left leg, whether it's the knee or anything else. I don't know. I don't want to speculate, but that's what bent badly. It just bent awkwardly, and let's see if she can even come off the. Oh, she's in a lot of pain. You can just tell. Ouch. Anyway, not good for El Segundo here, as even though they do have a big lead, this is going to cast a pall over this victory as they lose one of their better young players, a junior. Well, she's a junior, so she's not.
Well, the thing, Diego, they came into this ball game only dressed 8 players.
Yeah, so now they're down to 7.
Exactly. That's a big loss for the Lady Eagles as she gets off.
Yeah, and it's her left. It's her left, whether it's ankle or knee, I have no idea, but it's definitely her left leg. And she's not putting any weight on it at all as she comes off the floor, so that's really bad. And I would not anticipate seeing her back anytime soon for the Lady Eagles. That was not a good-looking fall, how she fell there. So bad, what do you want to say, event here for the Lady Eagles as Annie Finau comes off the floor injured, and now they're down to 7 players. And let's see, who's in the game? Is anybody in the game that we haven't seen?
Adams is back, and looks like he went to the starting rotation here, Coach Kim.
Yeah, so here's Endo, 2:38 left. Eagles with a pretty big lead. Endo to Soignier. Soignier kicks it back out to Chang. Into the corner, Endo with a 3-pointer air ball, but the rebound to Soignier, and she puts it up and in.
Beautiful basket by Soignier.
Jordan Soignier, and that pretty much salts this game away. It's a 16-point lead now. They're not going to be able to come back, and they turn it over, and here comes Endo, and she's got, no, she doesn't. She missed it. It was an easy basket, and she missed it, but she somehow ends up with the rebound, so they're getting offensive rebounds.
Lady Luck, Diego, is coming on their side.
Well, El Segundo, it's just the effort is there too. Quinn Adams is doing a great job on the offensive boards, and it's just all going right, except for, unfortunately, the fact that they lost Annie Finau. Well,
now you got to focus on this game, finish it off.
And there's another basket by Soignier.
Good basket by Soignier, 2 in a row for her, and now it's 46-28 with 1:40 remaining in the ball game.
Soignier's got 11 now. And there's a basket by Hall, Taylor Hall. She's got 6 in the game, but this game is over as El Segundo has a 16-point lead, 1.5 minutes left in the game. Endo under control into the front court. She's double teamed, but she gives it up. Now they swing it around, and Chang's got it.
Good passing by the Lady Eagles.
Here's Nanaguchi. Yeah, they're in no hurry to shoot this ball at this point. Here's Adams, but she will shoot, and she misses. But still, there's only 1:05 left in the game, and so, it's just a matter of what the final is going to be. A shot is missed by Hall there. The rebound off to long pass off to Endo, and she makes the basket and the foul.
And one on that one.
Yep.
Well, she was looking, she stopped, she was looking for some help. She was going to pass it off, but then she took it herself.
Well, she was either looking to pass it off or maybe she was waiting for contact. She might be that savvy that she kind of felt the player behind her and sort of thought, okay, I'm going to let you catch up to me and maybe foul me. But anyway, that was a bad foul by Hall. I mean, if you're going to foul there, you got to make sure she doesn't get the shot in.
Yeah, exactly.
She doesn't get even away.
Exactly.
She wasn't in a good position to. Anyway, so Endo's got 20 now, and she's going for 21. So big game for Paige Endo tonight. She misses the free throw. 50 seconds left. Gorostieta almost loses it, but she recovers, and then Chang steps up, and she says that it's a clean block. The referee disagrees. Chang doesn't like the call.
Came off with a little smirk. Every time you have a smirk after a play, you know you did something wrong.
So the free throws to Gorostieta. She's only got 2 points tonight, Gorostieta. 30 points. So this is going to be the lowest total. Is that what you're saying?
No, the lowest was 25.
25.
So-
Gorstieta misses there.
One of their lowest totals. And this is a good scoring team. They usually average about 50 points a game. So surprising here tonight.
El Segundo played well. Lady Cardinals were very cold from the field. Gorstieta makes a second one.
They started off cold to begin with, and then Lady Eagles just kind of took away with it, never stopped.
Here's Chang. There's a nice pass to Quinn Adams. Quinn Adams looking for the reverse layup, but she couldn't quite get the right angle on it. She was too far under the basket.
And a nice game by Quinn Adams here tonight, doing it on both sides of the basketball.
Yep, she's going to end up with only 5. Well, she's got 5 points right now. I don't know what she's going to end up with. There's a nice block by Mitu. Kamzi Mitu asserting herself there with her. There's a foul perhaps on who? Hongo. 48-31. So Lady Eagles are going to win. They're going to go up to 3-1 in the league. So they'll be in second place. I'm not sure what Culver City is doing. Are they 3-0 coming into this?
They were undefeated playing, and obviously they played tonight.
Yeah.
Barring those results. But
there's a
good
free
win
throw.
for El Segundo.
Yeah, big win. Kayla Norman, that's her first point of the night. And she misses the second one. Did somebody do a lane violation there? Yeah, it doesn't make any difference because I think it was one of the Lady Cardinals. So Lady Eagles now.
No shot clock here. Pretty much wind this game down as they're going to take home a 48-32 victory and a big victory.
They want to get it into the front court, though. They don't want to do that. Swanier will have it in the front court. Yeah, now they can just kill the rest of the time.
Yeah.
There's only 8 seconds left. 48-32 is the final. Well, not the final, but maybe
In
there's
2 seconds.
Yeah, now it's the final. 48-32. Lady Eagles with a convincing win over the Lady Cardinals of Lawndale. 16-point margin, and something we did not expect was the margin of victory to be that large in this game, and certainly a testament to the Lady Eagles. The only black mark on this game, of course, was the injury, which looked pretty serious to Annie Finau.
Yeah,
we can only hope that she's going to be okay.
Great win, though, by the Lady Eagles here tonight. Much needed, and now, like you mentioned, they're in second place in the Ocean League.
Yep, and the leading scorer for them tonight was Paige Endo, who did a lot to help them get that big lead early in the game. She came out like a house of fire, scoring points, penetrating. She ended up with, I believe it was 20. Let me just make sure. Yes, 20 points for Endo. I think Swanier was the second leading scorer. She had 11. Let me see if that's right. Yeah, Swanier had 11. And those two were the leading scorers for the Lady Eagles in this convincing win over the Lady Cardinals. Again, a 16-point win, 48-32. And what can you say? Just an all-around great effort by the Lady Eagles tonight to beat Lawndale here at home. So good night from the South Gym of the El Segundo campus. I'm Diego Sanchez alongside Egidio De Leo. Again, the final score, El Segundo Lady Eagles 48, Lady Cardinals of Lawndale 32.